Hello and welcome to another video from Lion Parallelogram, and today I'm going to be talking about how you can achieve OneDrive synchronization similar to the functionality available on Windows. Now, here I have my laptop running Ubuntu, and as you can see on the external hard drive, well, it's an internal SATA disk, there is a folder called OneDrive, and in there is all of my OneDrive documents. These are regularly synced to and from the cloud, so it's great to utilize my 1 terabyte of OneDrive storage. Anyway, let's get on with the steps, and to show you what I'm going to do, I'm going to start up a Linux virtual machine. And that will allow me to show you from scratch how to do it. So let's just wait for that. Here we go. And before we start with the steps, I'd just like to show you the file structure on this machine. We have our operating system disk here. This one's got 32 gigabytes. And then we have an external disk here, just empty, and that's what we're going to use to store our files on. Right, first things first, let's open up a terminal over here, and if you've got a fresh Linux installation like me, then you might need to install Git. So sudo apt install git, put in your password, say yes to that. Just wait for this now. It goes without saying, of course, that you will need internet access. But right, now we've done that, we can get the relevant software. So you can do that by typing git clone https://github.com/ sorry, I can't pronounce this, so it's going to be abraunegg and then /OneDrive. That will download a folder to your system called OneDrive here. So if we open that up and then go into the folder called Docs, you should find a file called install.md. Now this is actually the install instructions provided by the person who wrote this software, but what we care about is this list of dependencies that we need. So from here you can just copy and paste them to save you typing them out. Let me do that now. A lot of them are installed by default, but it's worth just running the commands anyway, as it really doesn't take much time to install them. There's different operating systems here given. I'm obviously using Ubuntu, so I'm using this top one, but there's also like Red Hat and things further down. Let's carry on with these dependencies. In it goes. And ironically, for the last one, you actually need to install a package before you can use it. So we do sudo apt install curl or curl. That will be installed. And then you can just copy that one in as well. You will also need this one down here as well. It's kind of not in the main list, but you definitely need it. And let's have that one in there as well. You have to say yes to that. And while that's doing that, you want to scroll down the file, go past all of these dependencies, and you should see a section called compilation and installation. So the first code that you're going to want to run from this section is in these quote marks here. So source to activate. So just copy that and paste it into the terminal. If you run this now, you're going to get a little error like this. And I'll show you why that is, because in our folder you've got this dlang directory that it's talking about, but in there the folder 2.0.81 doesn't exist. Instead it's called 88. Now yours might be different again if you've got a newer version, so just replace the file name with whatever yours is. Just put that at 8 and hit enter again, and that will complete successfully. Next you can go down to this bit. You'll first want to go into the OneDrive directory, so cd OneDrive /configure. Do this make clean install. And finally, sudo make install. Now that's done, you are finished with this install file, so go ahead and close that. And you can also delete this dlang folder as well, so we can get rid of that. Now in here, you can just go back to your root directory. I'm just going to clear the terminal window, and we want to type OneDrive. This will spit out a link. You want to open that link in your terminal. I am going to blur out these links because I don't know what the potential is for them. So when that happens, you'll get a sign-in window for your Microsoft account. You want to enter your email address. Obviously I'm blurring this out as well. And your password. Oh, looks like I got that wrong. Right, and that will present you with just a white screen. Now, what you want to do then is copy the link from the top bar at the top, and then just paste it into your terminal. And that has authorized your OneDrive usage. Now, I mentioned earlier that we were going to change a couple of settings. So before we run our synchronization, I'd like to show you how to do that. So in our OneDrive folder here that we downloaded, you want to get this file here called config. Copy that, and then go over to your home directory again and click on show hidden files. That will bring up this folder called .config, and in there should be another OneDrive folder. In here you can paste your config and open it up. Now you'll see a few options in here. The first one I care about is this one called syncdir. Now if we go back to our computer here, you'll see my disk, and I'm just going to make a folder in this disk called OneDrive. Create that. You then need to check the mount point of your disk. I believe for Ubuntu it's in /media lime or whatever your username is, and then it's in this folder here. So the file name you want to put in here is going to be /media /lime or your username /78 gigabyte SATA volume, or whatever your disk name is. Don't use backslashes like you might normally. /OneDrive. You also need to remove the hash from the front of this line. If there's any other things, so let's look at this one here that says skip file. Currently it's just skipping TMPs, But for example, if you had a lot of .exe files in your directory, you could add the following. Let's just copy this because the keyboard layout's wrong. Do that, and then *.exe on the end, like that. And then you also want to maybe look at this one here called skip_dir. Now, if you saw my OneDrive folder earlier, I had quite a lot of files that maybe I don't want to sync to this PC. So the workaround for that is to type the file names that you want to skip, for example, videos, or any other file name that you want to get rid of. But if you are doing a lot of files, then the option is to make a folder called sync list. So go back to your config directory, and in here, the OneDrive folder, make a new file. So if we open up our text editor, new file, and in here you can just list all of the files that you want to sync. Now the one I am thinking of syncing is one called offline access, and I used to use this on my Windows tablet when I had very little storage available. Let me just check the file name of that on my OneDrive, give me a sec. Okay, it is important to get the names correct. And let's say I also wanted the folder boat, because that's got all of my important boat documents in it. You can then save this file in the folder .config OneDrive and save it as sync list and just hit save. Now, everything you wanted to change has been set up. You can check your config by typing OneDrive --display -config. Right, so you should see your new sync directory here, and you should see anything else that you have changed. You also see it's created a backup file and other such things. The next test stage you can do is OneDrive --sync --ronize and then --dry -run. Right, so this is just showing you what might have been synced. So it's just going to be showing you things here. And if that looks okay, you can just do a OneDrive synchronize. So let's visit our computer, media, line, and in the OneDrive folder, nothing's appeared yet. It looks like it's just checking. I'll wait until something actually appears. So let's just check again, make sure everything's in here. Still downloading stuff, as you can see. Let's just have another look. Lots of different things all available here. So let's close that. Now this is all well and good, and it will sync all of the files you specified it to. However, let's just going to close this to cancel the sync, and let's open up another terminal again. However, this will not run on startup. The way to do that is going to be another command, and this command is also available in the OneDrive folder, so let's open that up again. And if we go to here, once again the docs folder, and then this one here called usage.md. Let's scroll down there, keep scrolling, let's find it. Okay, I've found it now. It took a while, sorry about that. So this is the command you should be looking at. It's actually on line 440 if you want to find it. So you can just copy this like that, paste that into the terminal, hit enter, and basically this is a sync service. So let's just click enter. Hang on. Keyboard's just broken there. So that's created that, and then finally you have to copy this one. So paste it in place, and there we go. That will start the sync service. As it says here, if you're interested in seeing the logs that we were looking at earlier, then you can run this command, and that will just show you what's been coming out of that command. Now, once again, this will work if you run it from the terminal. However, if you want to start up your OneDrive on boot, just like it does on Windows, then you'll need to find the program in the Ubuntu menu called Startup Applications, that one. It's just because it's a different logo on my host system. And then you just want to click Add, call it OneDrive, there we go. And the command you want to put is this one, systemctl --user start OneDrive. In the comments box you can just write sync my OneDrive. Click Add on there, and that's it. You've got your OneDrive service up and running on a Linux machine. Now, as I said earlier, I've had a lot of success with this. It seems to work great in a lot of applications. So, I hope you found this video really useful, and if you did, please drop a like, subscribe, and all the other relevant things. We've got all of our files still loading up here. But yeah, thanks for watching.